Well, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be the first video. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. I didn't have much to begin with on there. All of my stuff is on Instagram. If you're interested in following me or just checking me out on Instagram, my Instagram name is Rumble, R-U-M-B-L-E, _ Hulk, H-U-L-K. Okay, that's my Instagram name. I am a competitive strongman, powerlifter, and grip sport. If you don't know what grip sport is, it's basically grip competition, where through various implements we test our grip strength. Okay, and I hold 3 world records in grip sport, several strongman wins, and top threes, and some and also powerlifting. So I've done quite a bit. I've been in this industry for over 16 years. I'm ex-military. I'm also a culinary school trained chef, and I'm also an engineer. So I've done a lot. My current occupation is a structural engineer, inspector for the state of Florida. I live in Cocoa, Florida, which, if you don't know where that is and don't feel like Googling it, I'm 15 minutes from the beach on the east coast of Florida, near Cocoa Beach, and I'm only about 40 minutes away from Orlando, so I'm in a nice sweet spot. I can go to Disney and all that crap, and if I want to go to the beach, I'm just right down the street. So it's a nice location, nice area, nice little quiet town, away from the hustle and bustle of the city, and you know, away from the din of Cocoa Beach with all the spring breakers and all that crap. So it's a nice quiet area. I'm a home trainer. Okay, you will probably never see me do a video in a gym, and because I'm a solo lifter. Now I do have people join me from time to time for videos, and will be on Instagram and both YouTube. On Instagram, I close to 7,000 videos, a lot, tracking my progress for the last few years. So so give some of those a view, and like if you look at my first Instagram videos, I didn't really know what I was doing, and if you look at them now, you know, I've come a long way. I've come through a lot of injuries. In fact, I'm actually rehabbing right now. I have pectoral tendonitis now, chronic pectoral tendonitis. I'm on anti-inflammatories. I'm also doing EMS and TENS unit therapy, as well as deep tissue massage and cold and hot therapy on my chest. So I cannot bench right now. I could, but it would just further the damage that's already done, unfortunately. I mean, it's like a constant soreness from here down the middle and on both sides. I have scar tissue here, here, and of course the deep tissue helps to kind of break up that scar tissue. Because if you don't know it, scar tissue is like silly string, whereas most muscle tissue, especially when you see like really ripped guys, you see the striations in the muscle. Notice they're all linear, meaning they all run together in one direction, kind of like on a steak. You want to cut against the grain on the steak because the grain runs a certain way. Same thing with human muscle. So silly string, when it goes to repair, or silly string, when scar tissue goes to repair, it goes in all different directions. So kind of, and that's what causes a lot of pain, discomfort, because it's an immediate response fix by your body to fix for damaged muscles or torn tissue. It's a quick fix by your body, okay? But unfortunately, it's kind of brittle, and like I said, it goes in all different directions and screws up the whole thing. So, but it's your body's natural response, okay? So you've got to break up that scar tissue, and then through deep tissue massage, also laser therapy, things like that, help to rehab tendonitis problems, you know, tennis elbow, knee issues, things like that. And that's what I'm going through right now. In a competition that I did in 2016, I ruptured my bicep tendon clean off my forearm. In fact, there's the surgery scar, if you can see it. It actually ripped off of my bicep, and my bicep, or off my forearm, and recessed all the way up into my arm. My bicep was all up here. It was during a deadlift, during the North Carolina versus South Carolina powerlifting meet with the USAPL. That's who I lift with. for powerlifting. Strongman Corporation is who I lift with for strongman, of course. And grip sport, there's no real sanctioning agency, but things like the King Kong Challenge, the Southern Squeeze, stuff like that, if you want to look those up. And, you know, I'll be doing some videos to help you improve your grip, because you know, I don't believe in lifting straps, whether for deadlift or whatever it may be. I don't like lifting straps, farmer's walks, you know, hex bars, things like that. I don't believe in it. I believe if you can't lift it without straps, then you can't lift it. Okay, I don't care if you can button straps on your hands and deadlift 700 pounds 10 times. Take off those straps, you probably can't even do one. So obviously your hands are not equal strength to the rest of your body. So I've always trained my grip heavily, and you will find that out throughout videos. And if you go onto my Instagram, you will see what I do for grip and do some pretty crazy, wacky stuff. But it does work. I make up a lot of new lifts and ways to train the body that are non-traditional style lifts. So that's things you can look forward to, is that. Also nutrition, I go over nutrition, dieting, supplementation. I do not believe in steroids, so do never ask me questions about steroids. I have a good working knowledge of them. I've studied them for years, and the only reason I have is to convince other people of why they're bad. Okay, I've had people in my life who have passed away or had major medical problems due to use, not the abuse, the use of anabolic steroids. Okay, I have never done them. I've never even done poor hormones or anything like that, like M1 test, all that stuff that was legal back in the day. Okay, that tells you how long I've been around. But I don't believe in any of that kind of things. I don't even take creatine, or creatine, however you want to pronounce it. I don't take it because it does have an effect on some people's blood pressure. It will raise it. So I don't take it. And creatine makes you retain a lot of water, and that's the main reason why it does increase your blood pressure. So I don't believe in that. I don't believe in pre-workout. A lot of these pre-workouts with caffeine and beta-alanine and all these other funky ingredients that you cannot pronounce. I don't believe in those either. Like I said, I'm a veteran. I have PTSD and general anxiety disorder, and pre-workout freaks me out. My body just does not like it one bit. And plus, if you've researched some of the ingredients, they're actually not that good for you. So, and I would like to live a long, healthy life. So I don't do it. My version of pre-workout usually is a good pre-workout meal, a healthy pre-workout balance with proteins, carbohydrates. And then I usually have like a cup of coffee. And during training, of course, I'll stay hydrated with water, or sometimes I'll mix 50-50. Get Powerade. Powerade is actually a little better for you than Gatorade. So I usually mix it like 50-50. And there's also some on the market now. There's some performance drinks similar to Gatorade and Powerade that are better for you, that are actually designed a little bit better. Not so much sugar, not much, you know, more refined type of sports drinks. But the best thing for you, frankly, is water. But you do need to replenish electrolytes, especially if you're sweating a lot. So that is good. When I was in the military, and we'd be doing lots of training, we had what we called bug juice. If you're in the military or are, you know what bug juice is. It's Kool-Aid that tastes like salt. And that was, you know, to get the electrolytes and salts back into your system as you sweat them out. Because, you know, when you sweat real heavy, especially if you wear a black shirt, you know, when it dries, you see the white stains. That's the salt coming out of your body. Those are sweat stains. But that's salt. That's electrolytes coming out of your body. But you're going to see me and several other people doing very heavy, intense strongman workouts starting this Saturday. I do them every Saturday and Sunday. And the reason I do my main strongman training on weekends, simple. Strongman events are held on weekends. Okay? So I've already got my cycle ready. Okay? And in fact, I have a competition, North Georgia's Strongest Man, coming up soon, actually, in the next few weeks. So they're already on weekends, so I'm already set. And a lot of the strongman events translate into increased strength in powerlifting as well. Okay, so and they help each other. Okay, when I am training for an event, I kind of shift gears. Like right now, I'm in strongman mode where I'm doing mostly strongman exercises. I still do accessory work, still work my arms, biceps, triceps, forearms, and you know, specific targeted areas. But with strongman, almost every movement that you do, every event that you do is a total body workout. Whether you're doing a farmer's walk, whether you're doing tire flips, keg carries, sandbag carries, Conan's wheels, axle deadlifts, circus bell lifts, logs, Atlas stones, whatever you're doing, these are total body movements. And even if you're not going to compete, strongman is a great way to get a total body workout in one day. And do it a couple times a week. I mean, it's a total body exercise. I mean, you're going to get stronger. You may not get that peak bicep or something like that out of it, but you're going to get a heck of a lot stronger and get in really good shape, because strongman requires a lot of endurance and stamina and speed. Because remember, with strongman events, a lot of the events are also timed. It's not necessarily about who's lifting the heaviest. It's about people carrying the same amount of weight equally, and who gets it across the finish line the fastest. Now, that's what it's about. So you need speed and stamina. If you watch some of the world's strongest mans, you know, with Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall, Hafthor Bjornsson, those guys, you'll see those guys on the sidelines after a particular event on oxygen, because these guys are huge, and of course your body needs oxygen, and they just can't get enough into their system. So after an event, you will see them leaning on somebody, being carried off the field, not carried, but helped off the field, and having an oxygen mask over their face, trying to get their body back to normal. My personal stats: I'm 6'2", 273 pounds, and I'm going to let my actions speak for me. I'm not going to tell you my lifting numbers. I'll let you see those for yourself. But I can tell you, as far as my grip training and hand strength training, just to give you an example of what I do, this is a piece of stainless steel. This is a 3-foot, 5/8 diameter, a piece of stainless steel, and I did this with my bare hands. No gloves, nothing to help me. I didn't put this over my knee and bend it. This was with my bare hands. If you go on to my Instagram, you will see, I actually did this on Instagram live, and people saw me do it live. Plus, I did some videos, I think, of it too, but you will see me doing this. Like I said, this is the reason it's shiny is because it's stainless steel. But yeah, I did this in about 10 minutes, and I was just trying to make an intricate design, and I'll probably mess with it a little bit more as time goes on, and maybe make it something cool. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of what I can do. I also do nail bending. I did this by hand. I can't remember. This is a 3/8, I believe. Yes, this is a 3/8 piece of welding steel, and it's 7 inches, I think. And then this is a 5-inch piece that's a little bit newer because the other one's kind of rusty. But this one, of course, did bare hands as well. Also, I do horseshoes. Not play horseshoes. This is an actual horseshoe. This is a real, goes on a horse from a farrier or horseshoer. This is a St. Croix Forge number 2. And I did this with my hands. Okay, I didn't put it on my leg. I didn't put it over an anvil or something like that. This is what I do. And this is fun for me. A lot of people are going, "You're insane." I get a kick out of it. You know, I love challenges, both mental and physical. You know, that's why I'm in engineering, because I like to know how things work, and I like to find solutions to difficult problems. And I apply that to my lifting. So hopefully my videos will be helpful for you. Now, I do a lot of my post-workout therapy. I do with, this is a EMS/TENS unit. It operates in both modes. This is my really nice one. This one uses 4 electrodes at the same time, whereas my other one, which is the one I've used for many years, is a simple one pad electrode, cheapo. I think I paid $36 for this. But it actually works really well. I got this from Walgreens. And it even says Walgreens right on it. CVS carries one, Rite Aid carries one. Most drugstores, I think even Walmart has them now. And Target, I think, as well. Or you can go on Amazon or whatever website you use. I think everybody uses Amazon at this point. But this one worked great too. And this can also operate as an EMS and a TENS as well, depending on which modes you set it to. But the other one's a little more advanced. This one takes a battery. That one's rechargeable. The other one, like I said, this is a single electrode, but it comes with different size pads for different size parts of the body. This is good for isolation, like the biceps, forearms, triceps. I have a larger pad. Actually, it's right here. I didn't realize it. I had it out here. This is a larger pad for quads, hamstrings, lower back, traps, things like that. Comes in very handy. And of course, my other unit that I showed you, this one also comes with different size pads for certain parts of body. There's one that's actually designed specifically for your feet. So, but that'll be in some specific videos. Okay, this is more of a introductory, kind of get to know me kind of video right now. Okay, I do a lot of grip training, as I said. My home gym, of course, I have a 1,000-pound rated barbell, Olympic barbell. I have a 1,000-pound rated bench. It will hold 1,000 pounds. Plus, I have a machine behind me that I've modified to do things it was not intended for. And I'm also a budget lifter. So one of the things I'll be showing you, is that how to make things and find things, weight equipment, powerlifting equipment, strongman equipment on a budget. Because this stuff is not cheap. To buy anything related to strongman or powerlifting or grip sport is fairly expensive. I mean, you could spend thousands and thousands of dollars on equipment, or you could go to a gym and but it's hard to find a strongman gym or a powerlifting gym that has everything you want or everything you need. Okay, I know people who go to 2 or 3 different gyms just to get the workout they want. I have it all here. I've made a lot of it. I've found a lot of it. I've bargained for a lot of it, and so it's great. And I'm also a sponsored athlete, and I've acquired some of my workout equipment through my sponsors. So but this machine behind me, which does a little bit of everything. It's got a leg press, bench press, obviously a pec deck, lat pull down bar or a tricep extension. It's got another pulley here, and then of course it has leg extension, hamstring curl, things like that. You can do biceps, triceps, everything on this machine. But I've made it a little more heavy duty than it originally was. I've had to, because it in its original state it couldn't challenge me. The weight load on it is just not enough, so I've found ways to modify it. Okay, but it is a great machine to have. I did not buy this new. I bought this at a thrift store, which for $20. Yeah, $20, and I took it apart and put it onto my patio because it wouldn't fit intact, and put it all back together again, and making sure the pulleys were in the right spot, things like that. I still have further modifications I'm going to do. I'm actually going to change the whole cabling system out for a stronger cable, because it's over time the cables do stretch, and you've got to continually tighten them and shorten them up. And so I'm going to put a 600 pounds rated cable on it. Actually, I already have the cable. I just need to put the clips on it and run it through the whole thing and get it all wired up. I'm also going to change out the weight stack on it. I have some plate steel, and I'm going to cut them to match the size that's already there. But they're going to be a heck of a lot heavier, probably double or maybe even triple the weight load. But to do that, I have to strengthen this. So I'm going to be doing some welding on it, adding some brackets and supports so that this can handle the load. So I'm going to make this a monster by the time it's done. Like I said, I've already started on it. The paint job is already done. With one of my sponsors there, Freakware, and but it's a cool machine to use. And I say for $20, frankly, can't beat it. My tires, my kegs, my logs, all free. I just happen somebody knows works for a beer distribution company, a Budweiser beer distribution company, and I've made these kegs weigh different weights by taking apart taking out the actual port and filling it with a medium such as sand and water, or you can put stone or concrete. One thing about concrete is it's permanent, so I like to be able to change these. So I use wet sand. Okay, I put sand in it, add moisture, and then tap it back down so that it doesn't leak out. But you'll be seeing those. So my stones I've made myself. I actually have a stone on the way. I have a 400-pound Atlas stone coming from Tennessee. It's on its way. It should be here, I'm hoping, next week. So I have numerous size tires for flipping. In fact, I just picked one up today. Two of them actually, but one's not really for flipping per se, because it's not that big. It's only a 46-inch tire, but the other one is a 64-inch tire, and it's steel belted. So it weighs 700 pounds. And I have a 1,000-pound tire as well. And no, I cannot pick it up yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's a 1,000-pound Firestone steel 24-ply tire. I did not know that it was steel belted when I got it. And it was put in the back of my truck by a forklift, and my back end of my truck sank about a foot when it dropped into my truck, and at that point I knew there was a problem. So it's been sitting for some time. In fact, my strongman training partner and I have tried to lift it together, and it's even then it's challenging. So, but I have a lot of different things. I have axle deadlifts. I have an axle bar. I have farmer's walk bars. I have a hex bar. Numerous lifting implements, a lot of things. I have a lot of Iron Mind equipment. If you don't know what Iron Mind is, go to ironmind.com. They sponsor and supply the World's Strongest Man events with a lot of equipment. We also do truck pulls. I have 2 harnesses for pulling trucks or sleds. I also have a homemade sled for pulling weight. I can pull 1,000 pounds on a sled on grass. When I do it, I do wear cleats because your feet just start slipping on grass. When you get about over 600-700 pounds, you start to slip. You don't really have any traction. So I use just regular cleats. In fact, these are them right here. These are Nike cleats. They're perfect for that. Thrift store, $3 for a pair. And these things were like brand new when I got them. So my deadlift shoes, thrift store, $5. And these are Asics, brand new. These are $35. Yes, they look ratty, but I've had them for a long time. They've seen a lot of work. So I have those as well. I have wrist straps, of course. I use all the safety equipment. Wrist straps, weight belts, everything. Hand chalk. I'm all about safety when it comes to lifting. I don't do anything that I would endanger my life without the proper precautions. Okay, so I will be preaching about safety probably on every video you watch of mine. Hopefully you do watch them. And I'm doing this to just share my knowledge. I'm not trying to make any money off this. This is me just trying to share my knowledge with up-and-coming lifters or people who are interested in the sport, who just want to know more, or people that's just trying to get in shape and better their lives and better their fitness level. So that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I started my Instagram in the first place. It was also a way for me Instagram was a way for me to visually document my workouts. So I could go back and look at videos and look at my form, look where I can make improvements, track my numbers. Even though I do keep a workout log where I write down what I did, the amount of weight, how much rest time I did in between sets, things like that. I have notebooks this tall full of workout logs for the last few years, so I keep track. And I watch the videos, especially if I miss a number, miss a lift. I'll go back to the previous time where I did get that lift and go, what did I do differently? Is this just a bad day? Did I not eat enough my pre-meal wasn't enough? Did I not get enough rest? I even track how much I sleep because that has effect. Rest affects your workouts. But again, there'll be a whole video dedicated to that subject. So there'll be multiple videos dedicated to that subject. But that's it. I mean, like I said, my name is David Thornton. And if you're in the Central Florida area or in the Florida area and you've ever want to do some strongman training, I welcome everybody and anybody who wants to train with me. Or if you're in Florida on vacation and you just want to take a day and work out, by all means, you're welcome to join me. Just either hit me up on Instagram through direct messages or underneath, as a comment, or message me here, of course, on YouTube as well. Like I said, we do pretty intense. My training partner, Foreman, and I, our average strongman workout on a Saturday is about 3.5 to 4 hours. We put our body through hell, and we're pretty much exhausted afterwards. And he's a starting strongman. He's only been with me a few weeks, and he's learning the game. And he's learning the events, the form, how to do things better, building up speed, building up stamina, things like that. So he's kind of a student of mine right now, but he's a great guy, a good friend. And he's a strong guy. He's a big guy, strong guy. And he's been lifting for some time, but he's never really got into strongman. But now he's kind of got the strongman bug, and he's doing awesome. And if you check out my Instagram, you'll see training videos of him as well, him and I training together. And I hope you like music like Disturbed and Five Finger Death Punch and Slipknot and things like that, because that's what we listen to when we work out. So you'll be hearing that being blasted during our workouts when we work out together. Even when we work out in solo, I have my playlists on my phone and my tablet that I blast through my Bluetooth speakers, and it's as a motivation. So when I'm talking, I do turn the volume down so you can hear me, or I just hit pause. But I look forward to people viewing my videos. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or if you have any videos on something you'd like me to talk about or demonstrate, by all means, feel free to message me, again, on Instagram or on YouTube, and let me know what you want to see, okay? And if I don't know what it is or how to do it, I'll find somebody that can. Okay, I have a great network of powerlifters and strongmen throughout the world. Thanks to the power of Instagram, I have friends everywhere. Iceland, Russia, Sweden, Switzerland, Australia, a ton of Australian. Everywhere. The UK, I have a ton in the UK. Canadian, even Japan and China. Mostly Japan, though. I have people from even the islands, like the Virgin Islands, Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago. I have just friends from all over the world that I've had the blessing and pleasure to meet through Instagram and have full-on conversations with and get to know about. And it's a great way to network and meet friends who share the same things likes that you do, and get to know each other, give each other tips, and encourage each other. That's all. I'm about encouragement. I'm not about negativity. I don't like people who are too flashy or have an ego the size of a hot air balloon. Not into that. I consider myself a very humble person, so I don't really brag too much. I know I'm a strong guy. I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. But at the same time, I don't go around bragging about it. So, or walking around with my arms like this, like my lats are 5 feet wide. I don't wear stringers. I wear T-shirts. I don't even really wear muscle shirts. I just wear T-shirts when I work out, and that's it. No, I'm just kidding. I wear shorts. But I have a twisted sense of humor. You will find out. But I keep it relatively clean most of the time. Okay, sometimes. Once in a while. But thank you for viewing this video. I greatly appreciate it. And again, if you have any questions, comments, things you want to see in the future for videos, please let me know. I will be doing my bicep, tricep, and forearm workout tonight. I also do grip. I incorporate grip into my arm training through the use of various tools that you will see if you watch that video. Okay, so I will be doing that tonight. So hopefully you will check that out, and I hope everybody has a great day. I'm going to try to call. Let's call Cheryl. Sorry, was outside with the puppies. No, I didn't mean to say if. I meant when. I did hear from the attorney, and so far everything is a go for it. The money is already set aside once the lawsuit is settled. You guys are crazy. What can I see?